other islands. Maybe that also did cross through his mind there, but we move over to this game, Amerain versus Anu. They are already going in round 3 of the no-move game in a very far Southern California location. Amerain on it, getting Anu to half HP almost.
Yeah, it's already 0-1 for Anu in this case, because we did miss the moving game. And now it's going to be quite tough for Amerain to come back, because moving usually his specialty. And gonna be tough, not impossible, as we just saw him getting California right.
Yep, indeed. And I've talked about this yesterday on my tournament, where I said if I have a mountain ridge like this to the west, I always automatically think of Argentina. There's such a long span with the western ridge, and it is this ridge of the Andes.
Big points again for Amerain here. Could have almost picked up the game here if he decides to go a bit more south. We did have red soil. And it seems like we are back.
Indeed. We have those
with a railway
lines. Looks very flat. And a railway as well. If you know your railway connections or your smudges in Argentina, this will definitely give you good clues to find this exact location.
Yeah, it seems like Anu is scanning the same road over and over. Seems like he likes this one a lot. But there's so many roads that have this angle in BA, it's going to be very hard to find. But it is very straight, and it has a railway under it. So if you find it, you find it. But if you don't, you don't.
Yep. They are scanning their way through. But we are almost out of time here. 5 seconds left in this round. Amerain locking in.
It's not even in BA.
Nope. Further outside of BA.
That's almost enough.
But still, good points for Amerain.
200 points left for Anu here. He still has the lead. He still has the NPC game to go for him if he does lose this game as we go into this round. Either Sweden or Norway. I fought Norway with this road.
Yeah. Could also be somewhere along the border of Norway and Sweden.
Interesting bollards here. Almost looks like a Finnish bollard with an extra stripe, but this shouldn't be
Whenever
Finland.
there's the extra stripe, it should be Sweden or Norway, I think.
Yeah, I mean, also the landscape, you would never consider Finland, I think.
Yeah, it's very hilly, almost mountainous. But yeah, let's see where the players end up. I don't like the Norway guess, but we have a Finland point from Anu.
I mean, I think
he's considering it because of the bollard, maybe because of the short white span on it, which is usually a Finland thing. But if there's the second stripe as well, you should be. And we are indeed on the border. Anu gets the right pocket there. Amerain giving him that GG for his good guess.
Switched all the way from Finland on the right pocket there.
Yeah.
That definitely paid off.
We are in Peru. Looks very far south to me.
Yeah, it looks far south. There is a small chance it's like near Junin in the middle, but in general I think with the long golden grass you usually always consider very far north, near the lake.
Definitely a good clue.
Did I say north? I wanted to say south.
Yeah, you said north of the lake. I assumed you mean
south.
mid-south. There's not much going on in the north of the lake.
Say. I realized after I said it.
Yeah, we will see. They are both in that region, but Anu is not allowed to make any mistakes with only 207 health left. And he does not. He stays in the game.
And somebody in
and
chat
not only
called
that,
5k somehow. Not sure how, but somebody did say Iviri, and that's literally the town next to it. So
shout out to whoever that was.
As we go into a Spain or Israel, I would love to see the language on that one. The metal pole almost makes me think Israel, but that does not look like Hebrew language.
No, I was also in Spain.
Definitely South Spain here with the dryness and the planted plantations here.
Also has a lot of metal poles.
And I did think we have no car as well, which doesn't happen at all in Israel. You usually have the long antenna with black car, or you have the short antenna with silver car.
Yep. That is also right.
Oh, we did have a small antenna, never mind. Still, fits better for Spain, I think.
I do agree, especially with the landscape. I like the high-end gas there.
They're so close to each other, by the way.
Region. Yeah. Will Anu stay alive? He doesn't. That will be game. That's
so close. Almost pulled it off.
Yeah. He made 2 very good switches.
But you know what that means for us? We get an NPZ.
Stay alive. But yeah, love to see that. Going into NPZ. In this matchup, Amerain versus Anu. Thailand versus Japan. Let's see where we start. We are in Australia. We are driving on the left.
Why is it not 24?
I don't think so.
No, that's the wrong antenna, I think, as well.
Yep.
So this antenna is in a lot of places, though.
I thought Northwest Victoria.
We do have a binary that fits for Northwest Victoria along the border between Vic and New South Wales as well, not as Wales. Oh my god, I'm cooked. But it's because I'm thinking about this round and I don't know where to guess.
Yep, I didn't even notice the wineries, but definitely, like the most you definitely get outside Adelaide, but it's also expanding a bit towards Victoria. So let's see.
Amerain is really leaning into this round. He's
yeah, he's trying to spot something that we don't see. Wow, Queensland.
Yeah,
I guess the flat. I mean, the flatness, the emptiness does fit for Queensland, but I didn't know you get wineries there. Maybe it wasn't even wineries. I don't know.
Maybe, who knows?
But we are in Ireland. Very unique road lines here. These yellow dashes and the short dashes in the middle lines.
And we have some hills, so you always consider more west, especially if they're exposed like this. They look barren.
Yeah, all the way from northwest to the southwest, you get pretty big mountains in Ireland. See, we have Amerain considering a bit more towards the north. Whereas Anu plays it safe, he's somewhere in the middle of the possibilities. Now he's scanning further south, he plonks further south.
For some reason I like southwest, but I can't explain it.
In the Calais National Park, switches back. He's looking for the right terrain here, trying to line up the mountain range. And he had the right vibe there. It's gonna be 436 points, not too much, but you like to get that in.
Gotta respect Amerain for going that far north in Ireland. Not the worst outcome for him. As we go into this.
That's all we
What are we looking at here?
My first thought was Cambodia, but
my first thought was Vientiane.
Yeah, I mean, that is close enough.
That is close enough, but...
Let me also join Amerain with the lean.
Yeah. The problem is your view is a bit smaller than Amerain's.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a tough round. I am not sure what this is, really.
The road looks very much like Vientiane roads. Like this slight pinkish dirt road that you get everywhere.
And it's also flat, which would fit, but I don't have any hunch as to why I said Vientiane. It just looks like a similar pole to Thailand there near the house, but...
We have a 23 copyright.
I mean, it's
Gen 3.
I mean, it's Gen 3. Anything can happen in Gen 3.
Can you use that?
We have a huge difference in guesses. We have a Jakarta and a Thailand. And it looks to be Vientiane.
Vientiane, I would assume.
Yep.
Up there.
That's gonna be more than enough for Anu making a flawless game there. I feel like picking up Vientiane is either you know or you don't. But he definitely had the vibe guess there, because getting Thailand still
the vibes
impressive
were
enough.
Right.
Maybe saw the houses there. Nice guess.